John Hollands. Frank McClintock at centre-half. Quite a strong, tough player. Little David Thomas, pacey. And number 9, a very interesting player, played for Scotland, Don Masson, a little midfield player, very creative midfield player. They got from Notts County. Add Stan and Don Givens to them, and it's a good outfit.
And Stan, perhaps you'd pick out the best of the Middlesbrough line-up?
Yeah, they had Jim Platt in goals, it's quite a steady player. Terry Cooper was an excellent player. Graham Souness, a very hard player, went on to Liverpool. Didn't get on with him very well, but he wasn't a bad player. And then they had Davy Mills and Phil Borsman, who went to Liverpool as well. And the little bald-headed fella on the wing there, Davy Armstrong. They had a steady side, not an exceptional side as far as we were concerned.
Well, it's the 10th of April 1976, 24,000 fans at Loftus Road, and in the commentary box, Brian Moore.
So away we go then, with Middlesbrough attacking the goal to our left in an all-red strip with that white band. Rangers in the blue and white hoops and white shorts. 21 points from the last 11 games, Rangers, and they've won the last 5, making a really driving finish to this championship. Middlesbrough backing off him, so Masson can afford to go forward. Still backing off him. Held in there towards Don Givens. Hickton won it well in the air though for Middlesbrough. Cooper. Webb. Nice cushioned header there. Beautifully placed to McClintock. Bowles. Outside of his left boot, trying to get Thomas away. And Thomas winning it well. Beating Madron there. There's the cross going in towards Givens. Lovely cross there by Thomas, and Givens just beaten to it by some superb and desperate defence at the same time by Stuart Bow. Now it's with Don Masson. Bowles, number 10. Curling it beautifully there for Ian Gillard. Still with Gillard, and a shot and a good save by Platt. Well, Gillard wriggled his way through there nicely and let go quite a good powerful shot, but Platt saved well.
I must say, got a close-up of the boots you were wearing there, Stan. What were they?
There was the old the goaler. I was contracted to goaler there, and the funny story was with them boots was when I played for England, you used to get 250 quid off goaler for every time you were selected, but you wouldn't know the team until lunchtime. And Julie came up and gave me 250 quid. I was playing Holland, and somebody happened to say to me, it was Mick Shannon, I think. He said the Anecdotes men's in the hotel looking for players to wear his boots. And they gave me 300 quid. So I said, the goaler man in the meantime had gone, so I said to the Adidas man, yeah, I'll wear your boots. So I copped for 300 quid off him. So, you know, Mick Shannon said to me, you can't do that. I said, well, what I do? I said, I'll wear one boot on each foot, and that's what I done. I put black boot polish over the sort of orange stripe, but he actually noticed it. Yeah. And that was it. I got the sack from goaler.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you didn't sign a contract.
Yeah.
Not too surprising.
McClintock. Again. Held in once more, and that time Madron won it well in the air. Certainly getting nothing in the air this afternoon, Rangers. It's Bohm or Madron, Hickton. These are the people who are winning it. McAndrew as well, but here's Bowles. Now, can Bowles do this one? Well, he lost out badly there. That looked odds on Stan Bowles doing something there, but suddenly it wobbled and it all went wrong. Webb played forward again. Givens is onside. And he killed that beautifully. There's a good cross as well. It might come now for Masson. Chance now for him to dink another one back to the far side. Platt is going for it, and Platt getting to it well and pushing it behind for the corner. Cross from one side by Givens. Evans, and then when it came back, Masson knocked it back once more. And Platt did well to push it behind for the corner. There is that corner now. And Bryan got it away. A throw to Queen's Park Rangers. One handball, said the referee.
Of course, Bobby, Jack, your brother was managing Middlesbrough at the time.
Yeah, and they'd done well earlier on, a couple of years before. I think he was having to change his whole team again here. And he always said that 4 years was enough at any club. And I think it was not long after this that he moved on, you know. Because I think he always said, you know, that players stopped listening after a period of time. So this was a time of change for him. There was a lot of new faces in here, considering that they'd actually come up from the second division with almost a completely different team.
I seem to remember him telling me around about that time, or a little later, that he felt he'd done as much as he could do at Middlesbrough. Yeah. He couldn't get them any farther.
Yeah.
Couldn't take them any farther.
No, that's right. And he did. He went to Sheffield Wednesday, did well there, and then after 4 years, left Sheffield Wednesday. That's the philosophy.
And of course Ireland.
Went to Ireland, yeah. Well, international match, you can stay at international players.
Exactly.
That's well. Francis heading it on for Bowes. Again, just look at the red shirts that are back there. But Francis Knight get behind them now. Platt was out very bravely indeed. He didn't know where it was, and in the end he did. A lovely ball that put Francis through again. Kronstein Bowes. Hickton getting this one away with a mighty kick. Referee looking at his watch for the end of the first half. There was a little bit of injury time when Armstrong was injured, but that's been accounted for now as the whistle goes for half-time. Rangers have had more of the play. They've reined in one or two shots. Jim Platt made one particularly good save from full-back Ian Gillard. He's the man who's been under pressure, but Middlesbrough have defended in great strength, and clearly it's going to be a very difficult job for Rangers to batter them down. Throw then after a goalless first half. So a really important 45 minutes coming up for the Rangers. Biggest shout at half-time, I think, of the whole game, probably, because when it was announced over the loudspeaker that Manchester United were 1-0 down at Ipswich and that Derby were losing at Manchester City. But here's Gibbons. That's a good save. Beautiful save there from Jim Platt as Gibbons let that go. Bryan in first. Really only Boersma and Armstrong playing it forward. Gibbons, beautifully timed leap there, beating Bowes now to Thomas. This must be it. No, it's not, because it was beautifully played away by John Hickton, number 2. The fullback who came, well, he's known as a striker at Middlesbrough. He began his career as a fullback, though, at Sheffield Wednesday. And when it seemed that Thomas was really there on the point of scoring, he saved superbly for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough throw. Well, Rangers have had little spells where they've gone mad at scoring goals, had the odd 5, but mostly they seem to win their games by a nail-biting single goal here. Mills and Webb, a foul by Webb on Boersma, just outside that area. So can Middlesbrough do something here? With about 8 minutes of the second half gone. Stan Bowles has been behind the kickers, organising that Rangers wall. Saunis with a shot right through there, and it's there by Boersma. Well, that really is a shaker.
I don't think you organised that wall very well, Stan.
No, I think I organised the wall and straight away they scored. A bit of a deflection there.
Yeah. Against the runner player, what do you think?
It seemed like it, but to be honest, it was a really good and well-worked goal because, I mean, he shot it straight at the goalkeeper. Unless the goalkeeper holds it, it's going to give them a little chance. And the lad was following up. They timed it. They obviously practiced it, and it worked.
Turned in again. Just look how many red and white shirts are back there. And here's Boersma, the man who's done the damage. Played on for Saunis, the man whose free kick it was that led to that damage. Saunis again. McClintock couldn't get his header to it. And Armstrong, really, if he could have killed that ball, would have had a free shot at goal. Collins letting it run. Oh, and it might come from Mills. McAndrew's shot way over the top. He's had a really good game, this lad from Lanark, Tony McAndrew. Clement. Now Francis. Clement again. Down he goes, penalty. Middlesbrough don't like it, but you can be sure Jack Taylor won't be moved as Clement went flying there.
What about this for a penalty, Stan? Oh, I don't know. Looked a bit of a dive to me.
I think Dave Clement, who got fouled there, or so-called allegedly fouled, learned that lesson off me. I used to trip myself up in the box like that. But a bit better than that. I mean, that was a bad decision. I think that wasn't a penalty.
Believe that it's been given, but it has.
Well,
but you see it in slow motion and it looks different.
it does,
The
doesn't it?
referees doesn't get slow motion.
Of course they don't. That's fair. That is fair.
From the side on, yeah, it looked penalty, but when you see it in slow motion, very harsh decision.
But Jerry always take the penalties.
We used to alternate, me and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you took penalties, did you nearly always have one side to go to, or?
Personally, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Always the left-hand side, yeah.
Your left-hand side, goal is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Why that? Why that one? Why that way particularly?
I don't know. I just do it, and for some reason, most of the time they go the wrong way. I think they had it in their head that this time I was going to put it the other side. And
So that's the way. If you stick to the one side, they're always thinking they're going to put it the other side at some point. Yeah.
There's Jim, our chairman.
How do you get on with Jim?
Very well, yeah. I don't think I would have stayed there that long if it hadn't been for Jim.
Did he always stay to the end of the match? He always seemed...
No, he used to rush off about 2 minutes from the end to count the gate receipts.
And I gather that he was he liked the players to come in the director's box, in the room.
Yeah,
director's
in the
room.
boardroom, yeah.
Yeah, in the boardroom.
It was frowned on in most clubs, but
Yeah.
Jim used to. Well, I used to go in the boardroom after every game to see if I could get my share of gate receipts.
And maybe a glass of champagne.
Oh yeah, there's always plenty of champagne when Jim was about.
I think all chairmen are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Oh, they're all worried about the gates and the attendances and the money because they had to fork it out to find the players. Louis Edwards, the old chairman at Man United, we never used to see directors in our dressing room.
No.
But whenever he came in before a match, especially if it was a big match, he wasn't so much excited about the match, but the crowd. He says there's 33,000 in already, you know, and we're thinking about the points and that, you know.
And were you on crowd bonuses in those days?
No, it wasn't the crowd bonus. It was on sort of your position in the league.
Well, there we are. We talked our way through the through the Gibbons goal. Well, you said, I think, in the first part of the programme, they either scored good goals or missed silly ones.
Don did, yeah. That took a wicked deflection. I think he had it covered, really, apart from deflection. If you just see it now. Definitely gets a deflection.
Oh, yeah.
Gone more or less straight.
Even with a hand, it could be argued it was a penalty if it hadn't gone in.
Yes,
It couldn't have gone in a more perfect place than where it went.
No.
There's big excitement for Queen's Park Rangers, you know, back from being a goal down.
That's
It's
right.
exciting.
Particularly
Great
at top of the
atmosphere,
table at
little
that
ground
point.
as well.
And it was a great season for you, this too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an excellent season. We nearly won the league this season. We thought we should have won it. We certainly had a team capable of winning it. But it just wasn't to be. In the last game of the season, that was it. But as Bobby said, it was a great atmosphere at the ground this time because we was getting quite good crowds.
Yeah, 24,000 there this time. Yeah,
which is quite good for, you know, they don't even get that now.
So here's Masson now with the corner for QPR. Dave Sexton there, a little more relieved now, but he won't be happy until there's another one in. It's a deep one this time towards David Webb. It'll come to Jerry Francis. A touch here for Stan Bowles. Looking for just the yard and looking for just the angle, and Cooper is really at him like a terrier all the time. Here's Francis. Ball still remarkably in play. Boersma. Madrid. Hickton, high towards David Mills. A backward header, and Armstrong is there, trying to tuck it back for soundness, but it went astray. McAndrew. Done very well there, but McClintock blocking it. Oh, and McClintock's half lost it as well. Here's Mills again. They're not out of the wood yet, but Hollins got him out of it beautifully. Nice bit of control there by Bowles, but he's given it away as well to Saunders. Now Gillard. And away goes Thomas. Inside for Don Givens. Bowles is steaming through the middle there, but it was a fraction too hard for him. And even so, Thomas very nearly got there before Pratt. Webb's header. Armstrong brought down by Hollins. And a free kick to Middlesbrough. About 12 minutes to go. Cooper now. A deep one. Parks, a very safe catch. Bryan. Webb, played for Gillard. Oh, a nice dummy there by Gibbons, on for Bowles. Bowles has gone through to the middle as well, and he almost got there, and he might still get there. Francis hammering it in, that's number 3.
Nice kind of combination between you and Jerry Francis for that goal, really, I suppose, Dan.
Well, it was the dummy there by Don Givens, and we used to do that ploy all the time, and I used to do it with Jerry as well. And I think I tried to get out of that one there, but Jerry was just following up.
What was it between the two of you? I mean, you hit it off right from the very first day, didn't you?
Well, it was just, you know, the 1-2s all the time. It was that, you know. And
instinctive, I suppose,
instinctive, and we used to play 2 1-2s at the same time.
Really?
You know,
Yeah, it's a good mix. You felt comfortable with one another.
Felt very comfortable.
Yeah. And he's, I mean, quite different to you. Quiet, introverted kind of guy.
Totally different character, yeah. But didn't socialise at all with the other players.
But with you, he did.
He used to come out with me now and again, yeah, but he'd never go. You know, I used to frequent the pubs right next to the ground, but he wouldn't stand for that.
No.
He'd go to a restaurant or something like that. He wasn't a heavy drinker, Jerry.
No.
But a lovely player.
Only a yard inside the Middlesbrough area. Webb. Thomas. Clement going there, challenging hard on McAndrew. McAndrew withstood it well and found Terry Cooper. Armstrong. And a corner for Middlesbrough. Webb getting it away. Madram with the shot. And now Bowles. Look at that ball played there for Thomas. Here's a great chance now for Thomas. Oh, and a marvellous save. But Thomas is still there with a chance. But nobody up to support him, so he has to go on his own. And Platt saves the second time. Marvellous run there by Dave Thomas. And a really excellent save in the first place from Jim Platt. And with 5 minutes to go, Chairman Jim Gregory has left his seat in the director's box, as he usually does. He can't bear to watch anymore, even though Rangers are these two goals up. Masson. Bowles. Still Bowles. Will this be the fourth? Yes! Stanley Bowles. They're running riot.
You can see how proud the guy was at starting here at QPR, can't you, Bobby?
Well, you can understand it, of course, yes. He was a crowd pleaser. And he had an educated left foot. He did things that the ordinary working lad couldn't do, Stan. And he enjoyed his game. People used to like watching him. I certainly did.
And we saw another great member of that side, Dave Thomas, having a good run before. You know, you release balls to him so frequently. And you said he's still playing football.
Yeah, Dave still plays
in his mid-40s.
Yeah, he's in his mid-40s, very fit. He was completely teetotal, of course, so that helps. And he's always kept himself really fit.
Players that used to play at Burnley, coached by people like Tommy Cummins, Jimmy Adamson, and whenever they went to other clubs, they always seemed to have very aggressive wingers at Burnley. You know, and they weren't easily knocked off the ball. John Connelly, I can cite as a good example. And David Thomas here, one of the first chances we saw him in this match, and he's knocked the full-back over, which is unusual, really. But he did have a great enthusiasm for the game. And with his pace, I'm not surprised that he still wants to play. He's only 46, isn't he?
Yeah,
And he came down to Brentford and did a bit of coaching, you say?
he came down to do, for a while there at Brentford, David offered him a job to coach the wingers, but he said after a few sessions, he said he couldn't come anymore because it interfered with the fishing season. He said, I don't give up my fishing for anything. Of course, we were trying to get promoted at the time, and Dave couldn't understand it. I thought it was hysterical.
Andrew going on, and that called for an excellent save there from Parks. Looked to me a little bit like a handball on the way. But McAndrew got in there with a good shot that Parks saved well. Dave Sexton, an advocate of good attacking football, must be pleased with the way Rangers have played in this second half. And now a chance maybe for them to break out and attack again. Here's Gibbons. Here's Thomas. They really are going for this Middlesbrough defence in this second half, but Souness stopped them then. And Webb, who to my mind has probably been Rangers' best player on this afternoon. Webb absolutely magnificent, again doing a good defender's job there. But Armstrong dinking that one in. Oh, and it's there by Bryan. Well, that stuns everybody, and in fact I think half the crowd don't even realise it was a goal. But as it came in there was just a moment of hesitation, and Bryan whacked it into the roof of the net to score the second goal for Middlesbrough. A matter of about a minute and a half to go now. I think I've heard a goal treated with such silence, but now there's another one just over that time from Gibbons. Well, this has developed into a crazy game in this second half, but certainly a crazy one that's full of excitement too. And there it is, by 4 goals to 2. Man who scored 2 of them, Jerry Francis, one of them from the penalty spot. Don Gibbons got another, and Stan Bowles, just going up the tunnel now, got the other one.
Well, I must say you looked like table toppers in the second half, didn't you, Stan?
Yeah, it was a very good side. That was, as I say, the championship race was pretty close, so we done well to get a good result there.
Mm. What was the happiest moment of your career, would you say?
I think the happiest moment I was when Dennis Law held the British European record, and I broke his record. And Dennis, being a big idol of mine, that was the highlight of my career.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain what the record was.
It was the record for the most goals scored in Europe by a British player, which was jointly held by Jimmy Greaves and Dennis Law.
Yeah.
And I went past them. I beat them by 1.
Was that the following year after that?
That was the following year after that,
Yeah.
Must have been,
Yeah. And the lowest moment in your career?
The lowest moment in my career, I think it was about when I done 8 grand at Cheltenham one day.
8 grand? Well, losing 8 grand, but a solid performance by the table toppers there, and here are the goals from a couple of the other First Division games played on that same day.
Oak, Stewart and Keegan in the middle, and it came behind them, but Stewart! There. Booth, Keegan, Royal, 2-0! Well done, Stewart. The cross lifted way back here for Royal. Not back across goal for Booth, and 3-0! Lee for Rioch. Rioch losing Oakes. Brilliantly done by Corrigan, but he couldn't keep it out. Rioch. Rioch shot! Rioch has a stab, but it hit Booth. Keegan won it well. And plays it on for Stewart, who's onside because he was in his own half. No, he's just got Mosley to beat. And he's gone round him, and he's shot, and he's missed it. No, it's got in! Agony! Agony all the way! Header away was by Stewart. Nish, McFarland. And it's put in by Todd. Sharping. Osborne going inside. And here's Lambert, it's a good opportunity. What a ball, what a shot. There's just over 10 minutes left, and Weimar gets that. Woods. Try one of his famous benders. And here's Johnson. It's a goal.
So, confirming the results, lots of goals at Main Road, Loftus Road, Bramwell Lane and Molineux. Liverpool held to a draw by Villa and Leeds by Spurs. Now, although both the two bottom teams won, they haven't altered their positions. Arsenal, Newcastle and Everton all in the bottom half. Middlesbrough, despite that defeat, was still 10th. Man City have moved up to 7th. Ipswich still 6th. And then Leeds, Derby, Man United, Liverpool and Queen's Park Rangers now with that 1 point lead.